Peace, Black Proud Family. Welcome to another Boss Talk session, weekly Boss Talk elevation session with Harlem's own BossedUp Staxx broadcasting live every Boss Talk Tuesday here on Do the Knowledge Radio, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to get some guests. We got some stuff going on. We got some things to get off our chest. A lot of stuff that happened. A lot of false narratives. You understand what I'm saying? So without any further ado, it becomes my honor and privilege at this time to introduce some represent the others. Look at him. He on the grizzly right now. He on the grind. This is the way we walk in New York. Harlem's own bossed up Staxx.
Yo, what's good? What up? Y'all know what's going on. I'm here. My man Nalad is here. We got a special guest coming in about 12 minutes or whatever, and we gonna make it do what it do, man. We gonna have some fun. Spread the word. Tell a friend and tell a friend. We here to inform y'all. Word.
Yeah, we broadcasting live in that group too on Facebook right now. With my sister Fari X group. She an author. She's so many things, you know what I'm saying? That's an amazing sister, you know what I'm saying? But we in her group, broadcasting in her group. You know, the shit starts with you. You know, that's one of her books. She's a publisher, she's an author, she's a motivational speaker, she's a doula, she a massage therapist, she a relationship coach. She got all kind of stuff going on. You understand what I'm saying? That's the everything woman, man. Like I seen her with the lab coat on, making fragrances and making all kind of stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? I seen her over the years, like, you know, helping first time authors. You know what I'm saying? Like get their books out there. They publish authors because of the sister and this work that she doing. When she was in the entertainment industry, she do all kind of stuff. You understand? Like, you know, like her bio and what she do is it don't do her justice. You know, she a wife, she a mother of 10 children. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and she on the grind, entrepreneur, making it happen. Shout out to her and her king, man.
Right.
My brother born, man. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, so look, see, look,
That's
the fan right here, look, they're already talking. See, look, like I said, she could have she working right now. You understand what I'm saying?
said
That's the
said
fan
about
right there.
15 minutes.
You know what I mean? 6 minutes, Dougie,
I mean,
pressure on.
it's gonna be it's gonna be a lit situation because one of the things that I like to promote is black relationships,
Right.
couples marriages, and oftentimes when you and I speak, we have our Q&A back and forth dialogue, raising awareness. Um, it's based on unity. You can't build unity without a relationship, right? If um if I can't trust you, if we haven't been in a situation where the bricks have built pyramids, then how do I know for a fact that there is going to be unity built amongst us without this relationship that's built? So I like to promote relationships and black love for those specific purposes, because at the end of the day, if we don't love ourselves, who's gonna love us? Who's gonna give back to us?
Word.
I remember
Word.
in August I did a show, and I had a young lady on the show. I think her name Keisha Bicardi. Um, she was saying that uh, she's an empress, and we are empresses and all this. And I said one of the most unique things in the world is that they've taken away from us so much as a culture, as a people, that the first queen that's ever mentioned was Nefertiti, right?
Mm. Right.
But growing up, they never promoted Nefertiti or her daughters, or like no black princesses. They always promoted these white princesses, the Little Mermaid and Cinderella and all these different other character princesses to kind of dilute the inheritance of royalty that we have as a people.
Boy, hit that link and come poly with us, man. Tell wife you get ready, man. Come poly with us. Come add on with us, boy. I'm the fake born. You understand? Y'all be calling me born. This the real born right here. You understand what I'm
That's the
saying?
real boy.
That's the real born. You know what I'm saying? I'm knowledge born. You see what I'm saying? That's the real born right there.
I've been running around seeing a lot of people post about how having Joe Biden as a president is going to open up doors for this and that. And I said to one of my people, I said, all of y'all like him now until he do something wrong. Then y'all gonna be talking bad about him. Like, there's so many of y'all that's happy that Trump is out of office or whatever. But what's going on, big fella? It's so many people happy that Trump is out of office, but they don't understand what Biden did as a vice president, and they don't understand what his vice president did during her political campaign. So, like, what
They
did y'all
do
really
know.
vote for? Now they don't. People don't know their history.
They do know. Look,
I got a friend.
Dog, let me tell you. Let me just add on real quick to that. Joe Biden is not the president.
Yeah,
Donald Trump is the president. Joe Biden is a projected winner. He's not the winner of the election. That shit's not over. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
right.
so like, we need to know language and know what that means. Like, this is a projection. You got a president that ran on a campaign called fake news. So the news media declared them, president and vice president, president-elect and vice president-elect. So all they did was, suggested. Yeah, like there's no when they said there's no projected winner when you're looking on the social media. Once they said that there's a projected winner, that's them
It's
guessing.
not. Yeah,
That's
it's nothing
guessing.
written in stone.
Right, and they
It's not
don't
solidified.
and they've been dealing with this dude and don't know how this dude operate and how he get down. They're about to find out. You found out. Let me just add this other point in there real quick. Normally, with the presidents and elections, if you've been in organizations, things like that, if it come down to a whole situation where it's a runoff or some extra, blah, 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 they might deal with that. But anything after that, one party concedes. You hear people saying like, oh, okay, Donald Trump hasn't conceded. That's like the first time since the 1800s that they was talking about a president not conceding. You understand?
Right.
So he's not conceding. That means that it looked like the odds are stacked against him and he's gonna lose, but he's still in there. He don't have to concede. So he's going against the customary norms because he's looking at the rules. You see what I'm saying? These are parliamentary procedures that came over from England. So if you and I are engaged in this kind of electoral process, right? And you coming in and I'm not trying to leave, I'm gonna make it as hard as possible for you or as difficult for you to just say, you know what, you got it, Jig. I'm out. I'm good. You see what I'm saying? Like, oh, you good? You don't want it no more? So let me give you the example, the best example to tie it into where it makes sense because you're a believer. When Boaz wanted Ruth to be his wife, he knew it was going to be a process because there was a kinsman that was ahead of him. So what he did was he took the elder that was before him, the kinsman that was before him, before the elders, and said, yo, I heard you interested in marrying Ruth, like you there, right? He like, yeah. You understand what I'm saying? That's about to be me, just putting it in her terminology. He's like, word? So if you take her, you're going to have to take her and you're going to have to redeem the land. Now, homie's like, that's too rich for my blood. He's like, word? Then take off your left shoe. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, if that was the situation, if you're looking at, who's seeking to gain favor, is it worth all of that, all of the hell you're going to go through to call yourself president or will you concede? So I'm pretty sure that every legal remedy possible, with this dude being a businessman and not a politician, he's going to exhaust every one of them.
Every remedy. Now you know
Yeah.
what's funny about you acknowledging uh the fact that I'm a believer. So I work with, I supervise two different dudes at this
Mm-hmm.
particular moment. Well, three different dudes. One is a believer like myself, and he's kind of religious though. Like he kind of like tries to force certain beliefs based on the doctrine into the lives of people or whatever the case might be. I'm more of the laid back one, right? I'll tell you the truth, and if you choose to seek knowledge, it's on you.
Right.
Then it's the two gods, right? Like one of them is born, and one of them is my man Talib or whatever. I believe he's following you on Facebook, but I know he's following me on Facebook. And him and I have me and him been dealing with each other since like February, March. Like that's my boy, that's the bro, or whatever. And sometimes I might make a statement like one day I made a statement on Facebook and I said the only one greater than me isn't better than me. And he said, I'm still in that. I'm still in that. And then he kind of reposted it, but tagged me in it or whatever to try to give me the credit. Then he questions and has his own standpoint and belief on me being a believer, right? It's like, oh, the white man's teaching and all of this stuff. And I'm like, in reality, um there is no such thing as the white man teaching as far as the Bible goes, right? Because even being a god, right, being a man of principle, um knowledge is about seeking knowledge and also about teaching it, right? So
Right.
if you withhold, if you have the information and you withhold it, that's not knowledgeable. There's nothing knowledgeable about withholding information, right? However, um, they had slaves that preached the Bible that couldn't read, right? it was it was about the hope. It was about the hope and the investment that was involved in the Bible at that time. It was never about it being a white man's doctrine or a black man's doctrine or whatever, right? Like I've read the whole Bible numerous times, and I've never heard of a people called Catholic people, but they have a whole religion, and you can say, I go to a Catholic church. I go, you know what I'm saying? So it's more so about being misled. I noticed that out of your wisdom, right, out of your knowledge, oftentimes you quote the Bible, and I try to tell. It's funny because I try to tell both of these dudes, like, yo, you know that my co-host is 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 a god. Like he's the god. I acknowledge him as such. I embrace him as what he's. I embrace y'all the same way, and I'm surrounded by them. It was so funny. One day I actually got a phone call from one of the gods. I'm like, yo, what up, champ? What's good, God? Yo, what up, peace, bro? I put him on the phone with them, and it was like, I don't shun anyone. I'm Muslims. They have some good
Right.
thought processes. You know what I'm saying? Jews are cousins to the Muslims. If you pay attention to the different forms that they have, is yarmulke kufi. You know what I'm saying? All of these different things. They fast. Like they have all of these different things that shows that their relation, and it's in the Bible actually. With something about Ishmael and the other cousin, but because people are afraid to enlighten each other, the information is never um it's never given out. So it's always misappropriated. Peace, God. What's the word, champ?
Peace, gods. How you guys doing?
Okay, so how you been, man?
I've been good, man. Just handling business.
Word,
How you
word.
guys? How you guys been? Nice to meet you, my brother. BossedUp Staxx.
Yeah, that would be me, man.
Yep, nice to meet you, man.
Nice
Harlem.
to meet you as well.
So,
That's the other half of the dynasty right
International,
there. You see what I'm saying? That's the other half of the dynasty
international.
right there, man. Serious,
yeah,
man.
I
Serious.
heard you guys.
Like, go ahead, Lord.
I heard you guys talking politics. So I definitely wanted to jump in on that.
Word, word. Pull that coattails, guy, because a lot of things are getting misconstrued. Stuff is getting lost in translation
Hmm.
because something simple as ignoring a word projected changed the whole projectile of the mind frame. The people think they have a victory. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? Like they think they have a victory, like it's done. I see all these memes and videos. You about to lose your job, all this old crazy stuff. You see what I'm saying? Like they doing all of this stuff, right? And instead of using this time to add on, solidify, and submit their legacy, they still thinking that they're gonna get, you know,
The 40 acres and the mule.
something from a mystery God. You understand? Mystery God, mystery devil, however you view it. You see what I'm saying? Like, we ask that question, will you sit at home, wait for that mystery God to bring you food? You understand what I'm saying? Like, nah, like, you see, but evidently, the devil can fool the Muslim. You see what I'm saying? And even though
Hmm.
we say that nowadays. So just project it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just let you add on. Like, this stuff is just funny.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of it too, man. I'm watching, even walking here, coming to the shop. I see black people so happy, like we just won a championship or something. And I'm like, this guy didn't promise you anything. He
Right.
he said his first order is going to be his first priority is going to be to the LGBTQ community. That's what he
Yeah.
said, and he also told his rich, shady, corporate Wall Street elitists. He told them that nothing is going to change. He said nothing is going to change. So all this talk, I mean, I hear them talking about a plan he has called the Lift Every Voice plan, but and it sounds good. I read it. It sounds good. He's talking about, ending systematic racism and, holding, police accountable for certain things that they do. It all sounds good, but, they always come in with something to wheel our votes in. You know what I mean?
Right. Into
And to
orientation.
me, right. And to me, it all sounds good, but I like me, I'm just past the point of talk. Like I want to see some action, and it's like I don't see no action yet. All I hear him talking about is, dealing with COVID and how he's gonna, you know, you know, rage this. The queen said send her the link to your email.
All right.
And I hear him talking more about, how he's going to deal with this and, how he's going to go about doing things with COVID. That's all I hear is how that's going to be his first executive orders being signed in, is how he's going to deal with it, how he's making the transition team, or Instagram, she said. And it all just sounds, it all just sounds funny to me, because now already in Boston, like, the governor here already wants mandated mask. So even if people are not around you, you have to wear the mask, even if people are not around you.
Mm-hmm.
And on
That's
top of that, I was just
that's
reading somewhere
ridiculous.
earlier, huh?
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, the governor just signed that. He just passed that on Friday. So now that gives the police even more of a reason to mess with a brother. If he doesn't see you with a mask on, now he can mess with you for no reason, just because you ain't wearing a mask. And we all know Biden plans on furthering that agenda, and because he wants to shut shit down.
He,
I just don't see how
I,
this is going.
it's funny, right, that you mentioned the LGBTQ I hope I didn't miss no letters because that caused a whole lot of backlash, right? But that was like, that was monopoly, right? That was monopolized, right? Like, um he took a page out of Obama's rhyme book,
Oh,
right?
yep,
And
yep, yep.
the gay marriage thing was like, yeah, this is how you get these votes. But besides the fact that they was gonna vote for Obama anyway, just because it was the first opportunity to have a black man in office,
Mm-hmm.
um, that was really like going without without the inheritance of depositing a high level of intelligence, like Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. These brothers, they deposited so much into activism and raising awareness that it kind of backfired on them running for presidency because now we got to kill them. Like, they have to go because they are doing too much already. Obama came out the blue, even with the intelligence that he came out the blue running for president. It wasn't like he was known for 10 or 15 years, but his he made himself marketable by doing the gay marriage thing,
Yep.
right? He made himself marketable. Like, it was
And don't
strategic.
forget, remember in his first term, he was against it. He didn't want it his first
Right,
term.
right. But you want to know the difference? And here's the flip side, right? If you remember the first term, he had a bunch of Muslims behind him, and they was against the gay thing.
Yep, yep.
They would have never stood behind him if he was promoting. Listen. This is what I'm gonna do. So now the second term is like, hold on. I'm coming out swinging, and I know how to get them. I passed the laws for these group of people, alternate lifestyles, and the votes are mine regardless. Not with the understanding that we was gonna. Well, I didn't vote at all. I never vote, but
Yep. No, I don't blame you,
that
me.
people was gonna vote for him without having a high level of understanding that this politic thing is something that you got to research. You can't just vote based on um how I feel and
Right.
like different things of that
And,
nature.
and that's
Women
the
voted
thing.
for Hillary Clinton just because they was women.
Right. And that's the thing. That's what I noticed a lot of people do. And now they're pushing in these neo-colonialists, to do their white bidding for them. Now they don't even need to run for president or for any high-powered chair, white supremacy powered chair. All they got to do is put a token black Negro there, and everybody's going to vote for them because he's black, and they're not even going to know that this person could be a whole enemy towards black people. But they don't care. All that matters is this person is black and this person is Jamaican or Trini or Jamaican or Haitian or Black American, and that's all that matters. They don't even care about this
Well,
Blackish.
person's political views, huh?
Blackish. It's
Yes,
blackish.
yo,
yes,
yo,
exactly. They
yo,
don't even care.
knowledge. I remember one time you was talking about French Canadian, right? They got the skin
Yeah.
color of a black man, but you could never say, "Listen, what's going on, brother?" They gonna correct you early. I'm French Canadian. We ain't
Yep.
brothers.
Right.
So imagine if one of them was running running to be the president, and somebody's like, "Yo, I'm voting for because he black," and he like,
Yep.
"I'm
And
French
that's
Canadian."
Yep, and that's how it is. They do shit like that. That's all they do is, oh, this person is black. Okay, well, that's good enough. That's all we need to know. But they don't want to talk about how the biggest threat to black people during J. Edgar Hoover's reign as the FBI director was black people. How many other blacks infiltrated other black movements to take down some of our most powerful movements? They act like every black person is for black people.
Right.
And it's not,
It,
it's
it's
sad, but not all of us are for each other.
it,
There
it's
she
a it,
go.
but it comes from an identity crisis.
There
It,
she
it comes
go.
from an identity crisis.
Yup.
What's happening?
Introduce
Got the special
yourself.
guest
Yeah,
in the
introduce
building.
yourself, Queen.
Hey everyone. Those who don't know me, I go by the name Fari X. Uh, well, I was just, pulled into this show. You know, I was in the middle of doing lots of different things. And yesterday I found out the last moment that I was actually going to be on the show today at 5. So I wasn't completely prepared, but I'm here right now. All right. I do a lot of different things, y'all. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all already know what I do, but those who don't know what I do, I am an author. I am a publisher. I am a business owner. I do holistic healing modalities as well as beauty services. That's what I provide inside of our shop, the Relaxation Shop and Spa. So when it comes to holistic healing services, we provide life coaching services. We provide different forms of remedy as far as herbs and oils. We provide reflexology, acupressure, different massage therapy techniques. We also provide doula care services. That's the holistic side of the business. On the also Reiki, I forgot to mention Reiki. We also offer inside of our shop Reiki services and crystal Reiki as well. Now, as far as beauty services go, we do body contouring. We also help people lose weight or enhance their body parts with different techniques. We have different machines in here that is all non-invasive. So you'll come in one way, you leave out another way. And you also get a little dose of the holistic healing at the same time. So you come in here, you're smelling the aromatherapies, the incense or whatever it might be, the nice music, whatever music you want to hear. So if you want to hear hip hop, we'll play some hip hop in here. If you want to hear some jazz, we'll play jazz. Whatever you want to hear, that's what we're playing in here. But for the most part, when you get in here, you're gonna be hearing all my 90s R&B, because that's what I like, 90s R&B music. So in some of the early 2000s. So that's what you're hearing in here. And like I said, we're enhancing buttocks and thighs and breasts. We are getting rid of wrinkles on faces. We are helping, get rid of turkey necks, all non-invasive, back fat, all that stuff non-invasively. That's what we do in here. And that's what I've been doing lately. I'm a mother of 11 children. I am also a soon-to-be wife on Juneteenth of 2021. So that's what we do. I kind of ran it all down really fast. I know I don't have much time here. My latest book that I released is this right here, The Shit Starts With You. Yes. So that's what I just released. We just had a baby on July 12th. So I kind of been MIA on social media, been dealing with family matters and so forth for the last 4 months. In between that 4 months I've been gone, we actually opened up our shop in up north. That's where we're located at right now, up north. So we opened up a shop up north in Massachusetts. So that's what we got going on right now as we speak. It's been a process, but I'm here. I'm here for you all. If you want to reach me, if you have any questions and so forth, I do have a new Instagram page. It is called the Relaxation Shop and Spa. So that's where I'm at most of the time, because right now I cannot get on Facebook. So, but hopefully I'll be on there soon, but I don't have access to it right now. So, but I do have access to my Instagrams. So y'all can definitely hit me up on Fari X Wisdom. I just got access to that like 3 days ago. You can hit me up on the Relaxation Shop and Spa or the Scoop of Fari X. That's my podcast. So all 3 of those, you can hit me up on it. And Twitter, Fari X. So,
Okay.
You're here now. Okay.
You can hear me now?
Oh yeah, I can hear both of y'all.
You see that lab coat on. You thought it was a game, Staxx. We used to tell you. I told you seen it with the lab coat on. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. She ain't playing no games right there. Right?
Yeah, this the office. So I'm sitting
Yeah,
at the
your
desk right
phone's
now.
kind of freezing. Tell us, don't go in detail, just tell us briefly about your book.
Okay, so the book, I'm sweating. I was just on this machine that is like releasing hella heat. So it got me in here sweating. But okay, so the book, The Shit Starts With You. This is your go-to, I would call it your go-to self-help book to get you motivated and on the right path. A lot of people, they go through different times in their life where they want to blame everything on everyone else except for self. You know, they don't think that they can accomplish certain things because someone else stepped in their way. They can't go across the street because this person ran over their dog yesterday. So now they can't go across the street because they worry about their dog. You know, little things like that. I'm trying to break it down with. So this book right here will tell you, you know, everything starts with you. If you want to be successful in life, it starts with you. If you're trying to whatever success that you're trying to reach in life, whether it's cleaning your closet, whether it's marriage, whether it's opening a business, whether it's just creating your own body butter for your own, for whatever, you know, skin condition you might have, or your child, whatever, it all starts with you. You know, a lot of people in life, they go through depressions, you know, and they like to blame their depressions and their stress on their past. You know, the past is the past. So right now we're in the present, we're living in the present time. If you look around you, you don't see nothing from the past. Maybe you might see your mom, you might see your dad, you might see your siblings, but you don't see what was then in that past. You know, it's a total different day. It's a total different time. You don't have none of the furniture from that past. I'm almost sure you probably don't have none of that furniture. You can't wear none of those clothes from like 35 years ago, you know, so it's all in the past. But a lot of people like to hold on to the past, and it prevents them and it hinders them from being successful in the present. So that's really what it's about, you know, letting go of the past and moving on into the present so you can succeed and achieve your goals and whatever that is.
So it's like a self-help book.
Oh, it's definitely a self-help. It's definitely a self-help book, and it has this book right here, goodness. It has, like, for example, right here, I wrote a table. I made a table in this book so people can learn how to create goal tables. You know, are you familiar with goal tables?
Yes.
All right. So I made a whole goal table in here so people can actually plan and plan accordingly. You know, or don't be all over the place. When people don't have their stuff actually planned out and mapped out, they end up all over the place and stuff doesn't succeed. Stuff doesn't happen. They don't achieve their goal, whatever that may have been, because they never had an actual written down plan. You know, so this book right here teaches them how to write a plan. This book right here teaches them how to, you know, choose carefully on what their next step is going to be, how to watch their surroundings, how to turn that down a little bit, please, son. How to watch your surroundings, how to choose a certain type of people they need to have in their circle, you know, because who you have in your circle actually falls on who you are right now and who you will be in the near future. You know, so it teaches you that, you know, like who you need to be around, who you shouldn't be around, what type of location you should open up your business at if you're trying to have a shop somewhere, you know, what to look out for, what to look out for, all the signs. It teaches you how to recognize signs of people, places, and things, and how to, you know, plan accordingly.
How long have you been invested in your marriage?
Well, I'm not actually married yet, but this has been a long investment. This has been a long investment. It's been, so far, I would say it's been 5 years, you know, that we've been actually serious. So
Okay.
known him for a lifetime. So, you know, it's been a while. We actually went to pre-K together.
All right. I mean, that's a lifetime. A year is a lifetime, right? People die in a year.
You said what?
A year is a lifetime. People die in a year.
Oh man. Yeah, we've known each other for quite some time. We've been in each other's presence, each other's aura for years. So yeah. That's another thing with marriage. That's an investment. And it starts with you, you know? That's a whole investment.
Right. How do y'all keep the balance where he's not taking too much of you or from you, and you're not taking too much of him or from him?
Communication. We talk to each other. We talk to each other. Because when something ain't right, if it's feeling not balanced, we communicate about it.
Do you feel like, as a woman, do you feel like communication is is a necessary thing when it's like him going somewhere, letting you know every place that he's going, where he's going, and why he's making that particular move.
We don't do all that. Yeah, we don't do all that. But you know, it is important to let each other know where you're going, though, just in case something happens to, you know, one of us. That's important. But clocking each other's every step, every move, that's quite a force there, you know. So yeah, we don't do all that. But it's very important to know where each other's at.
Listen, I don't mind you asking me questions too, just so you know. Like you can ask me anything you want. I'm more than willing to answer any question that you have or whatever. I'm as the questions come to me, I'll ask you. I just you know, I'm just taking advantage of your mind at this particular moment, but you can definitely take advantage of minds as well.
That's funny that you brought that up, though, because we was just having a very similar conversation about that earlier with some people we know, you know, about some people we know. That's a very interesting topic right there. Because, you know, that is because a lot of people, they feel like they should be, you know, clocking their partner, knowing exactly what they're doing, why they're doing it, when they're going to do it, how long they're going to do it, you know, that stuff like that. That's a little bit invasive, you know. That's not letting the partner breathe. That's not letting the partner breathe. That's kind of unhealthy to a certain extent. You got to allow your partner to be able to breathe. And I mean that in every sense of the word. Sometimes you cannot breathe if someone's all up underneath of you all the time. You kind of feel smothered. So yeah, it got to be a little bit of time apart. Let the person, you know, enjoy life a little bit. If you trust the person, it should never be a problem. And you shouldn't be so invasive like that. Now, I'm going to tell you this.
I mean, you know.
No, I'm going to tell you this, right? What?
I'm listening.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to give you an example. Myself, I'm here a lot. You know, I'm in this building. There's plenty of people around. You know, I deal with plenty of people. And my significant other, he is not all in my business like that, you know, because he trusts me and he knows what the hell I'm doing. You know, now he'll check on me for a second, you know, okay, is everything cool? Yep, everything's cool. All right. You know, just want to let you know I fed the baby, blah, 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 blah. All right, bye. And we done, you know, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's not too much of a invading each other's, I'm not gonna say privacy, each other's moment. He doesn't invade my moment, you know? He doesn't do that. And I don't do that to him either. So that's just what it is. But not all relationships are like that.
I know men and women that they have a particular place where it's like, I want to know where she's at or where he's at. I want to know why, you know, all these different things. And I'm like, to me, this is just my personal thing. I'm more of the laid back person that's like, if I'm dating an adult, I want you to feel free to make adult decisions and you know right from wrong. So I'm not gonna clock your every movement as a parent to you. I'm gonna parent my relationship. I know what is healthy for my relationship, but I'm not gonna parent you. I'm not gonna chastise you or make you feel like I'm invading your privacy in any kind of way.
Right.
Like I want you to have this
baby.
space.
I see you in them comments, Sass. I had to give a shout out to Sass. Yeah.
Shout out to Sass, man. Shout out to Sass. I can't see the comments, but you can.
Hey, yes. Yeah, but everything you just said, right then and there. Yeah, all
But
that.
I don't know if you had the chance to see briefly what I was saying prior to you getting on before your before
I
Born had
didn't.
got on. Okay, I was just saying generally that I promote I promote black relationships. I promote black love. Um for the specific purpose that if we don't love each other, then um if we don't love ourselves first, then we won't love one another. And
Right,
if we don't show love to one another, then it breaks the cycle. I mean, it continues the cycle of lack of unity because relationship is based on all of these different things, right? It's the love, it's the loyalty, it's what situations have we encountered, and most people, especially young people, they misequate so many different things. What having a smoke buddy mean that you my man, but there's no real there's no real life situations that y'all have encountered except smoking weed together that makes y'all bond significant in any kind of way. It's like we smoke together. We know what the best weed is, but like there's never been a situation where I know for a fact I can trust this person, like with
right,
anything.
right.
So and based on those things is the lack of unity amongst our people. Besides the fact that we are as a people we hate each other more than we love each other. We talk each other and talk about each other and bash each other more than we embrace each other. Um and it's sad.
That's true. I feel the same exact way. I'm not sure if Knowledge Born told you, but I am, I do relationship coaching. That's one of the things I do. That's actually my niche in life coaching is relationship coaching. You know,
He
so
spoke highly of you. He shouted you out and
uh,
he put your whole resume on here in 5 minutes, but then you added to it.
oh, that's the sub. Yeah, like I mean, I'm really big on that, and I feel you though. It's just like I feel the same. What you just said, I completely agree with. It's like so many people spend too much time, like bashing and like trying to pull our own people down. Like, just where's the love? You know, like where's the love at? Period. Like, just where's the love? Um, it's just we there's already too much bad things going on in this country right now, in this world as it is. Like, don't add on to the negativity and all the bad energy. Create love
Right.
with us. That is, build on some love and everything. That's another reason why I'm kind of like off of Facebook too. Like, that's one of the reasons why I got off. It was just too much. Even with my sisters and brothers on there, I'm talking about my extended sisters and brothers on there. Even though they was, talking a lot about, black love and so forth, but what came with that black love was like, look who just got killed today. Look who just got killed yesterday. This, that, and the third. It was so much like negativity. It was just too much going on. And I already had some other things going on in my life at that time. I'm like, I don't need to be on there. I don't want to hear all this arguing and debating and so forth. I just want to see positivity. I just want to see love. I just want to see light. I want to see happiness. That's all I want to see, you know?
Right.
So I got the hell up off of there. So that was
As
just
a
what it is.
as a relationship coach, I like that. I like the way that sound too because I consider myself to be a life coach. I get phone calls at the weirdest times, um, just about advice. People just know that
Hmm.
even no matter what I'm going through, I'm just gonna give them the most positive advice possible because I don't,
Right.
especially for a person younger than me, I don't want them to have to go down the road that I went through, even though I made all of the decisions in my life based on my own mindset being made up. And now that I have the opportunity now where I'm way smarter, and I have way more of an investment um to myself, it's kind of different.
Hmm.
Um, but what would you say to people um that believe that they in a relationship with somebody looking for the person to make them happy?
Mm-mm. Well, I've already come across, quite a few
I should have
clients
let
in
you
that
drink some
situation.
water first. I apologize for interrupting you, but I should have let you drink some water first because you was like, ah.
No, I mean, because I have quite a few clients that have that situation. You know what I mean? That situation, that little issue. That's not even a little issue. That's a huge issue. You should never get into a relationship, period, if you're not happy. You need to work on self, and that's where the shit starts with you comes in at. You got to work on self. You cannot expect anyone else to make you happy. You got to be happy. Because once you're happy, then you're going to attract happiness. And then if you're unhappy and you get involved with someone else that's happy, then all you're going to do is end up destroying them because you're going to make them miserable trying to make you happy.
Misery loves company.
Mm-hmm. So,
Right.
yeah, no, don't get in a relationship, period, if you're not actually ready to be in a relationship. You're
Right.
supposed to come in a relationship whole, not incomplete, not 50% complete, expecting for someone else to make you 100% complete. You understand what I'm saying? Come in as
Right.
a whole, all together. Mind, body, everything just together.
Right. I mean,
And
me
that's what I
personally,
tell people.
I tell people like this. Everything is a relationship. It's this even being on the show, right? This could be the start of a bond of a friendship. Um,
Mhm. Business
um,
relationships, friendships,
right.
all
It's
that's all
all the
relationships.
relationships, the friendships that you
Right.
have are relationships. And generally, when you're in the actual relationship dealing with intimacy, you have to come to from a perspective where you understand that we was created to enhance each other, right? Once I know who I am and I know the qualities and capabilities that I possess, I'm able to see your qualities and capabilities and help pull them out
Mm-hmm.
and bring the strength in your strengths and help you in the weaker points of your life or areas of your life, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm able to pull that out. Pull up. Come on, let me help you lift you up. And it's more about the enhancement. But when you walk into situations looking for happiness from someone else, you've already set the bar low because
Right.
generally, like you said, no one can. I can't make you happy if you're not already that person.
Happy.
You have to
Right.
be happy for me
You have
to.
to be happy to
I have
enhance your
to
happiness.
exactly. I have to enhance your happiness if you're already that or
You already have
there,
to be happy. Right.
right? So, I just wanted to get that once you said because he already told me that she was a relationship coach and
Ah,
he was like he said you're gonna love her because you always talking about relationship because I understand that um even negative and positive have a relationship, right? They create
mhm.
a certain level of balance. Two positives could never work, right? Two negatives could never work, right? Even on a battery, it's a negative and a positive for a reason, right?
Mhm.
The relationship is necessary. If there is no negative and positive, there is no relationship because
And don't forget, don't I mean to cut you off, but don't forget the negative and positive on opposite sides. They're not on the same side. So if they was on the same side, they wouldn't even connect.
right,
They're on opposite
right,
sides.
right, and people miss small detail.
Hmm.
Like people miss
Right,
small
right, right,
detail.
right.
So I just he was like, yo, listen, man, you gonna love talking to her about these relationships. I see you promote these relationships or whatever. I'm trying to get every once a month. I'm trying to have at least one married couple on my show, where they can laugh and yo, you remember this?
Yeah.
Because it's something effective about it, and it's two different things, two different ways that I look at it. One is so unique to me because in the Bible, God looks at a husband and a wife as one. Society, when you fill out a job application, they don't ask you, do you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend? They say, are you single, married, widowed, or divorced?
Hmm.
So that's kind of one and the same in a symbolic way for me. Then the second thing is that even in slavery, they actually try to separate husbands from wives
Mm-hmm.
because they understood the deposit that would come from the unity, right? They understood the strength. This is the reason why it was like in the Bible and when the Israelites was in slavery, they was like we killing all male children, the firstborns, because they understood the strength of a black man, but more so a black man with his queen. Like
I hear you.
right.
I hear you.
You got kind of quiet. Did I I want to hear what you have to say.
Oh, no, I ain't saying nothing. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion. I mean, you speaking that biblical stuff. I'm listening. I'm listening.
I
I'm
mean, I have.
listening. I mean, it makes sense though. That's all I'm saying. I'm not into the whole Bible thing, but it does make sense. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I'm just listening.
Oh, okay. I mean, I correlate life generally to the Bible in a lot of different ways, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
um, I don't like I was telling Knowledge right before you had came on. I have two friends, two dudes that work under me, uh, at the station that I work in. They both gods. They both, you know, they promote knowledge itself and
Right.
black man is God and different things of that nature or whatever. I'm
Mm-hmm. Which they are.
I don't dispute it any kind of way. I just um believe in God in a different way. And
Mm-hmm.
um I believe that, you know, we are the superior people, but I don't force people to believe what I believe. I speak on what I believe. But I would never be like, you gotta believe this, or you know what I'm saying. I'm not that person. I want you to believe what you believe freely, and I'm just gonna give you another thought process that you might be able to say, well, there's some truth to that.
Right.
I could, you know what I'm saying. I could take that and regurgitate the rest.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right. You know how they say if it doesn't apply, let it fly. So it's like that for me. I have so many different friends, you know, that are God body and different things of that nature, or Muslim or whatever they are, right? And it's like okay, now I understand why you feel this way and why y'all feel that way and why you speak that way, and here's the understanding on why I feel the way I feel, and it keeps a certain level of connection as opposed to disconnection, because from politics to religion, if we all speak different languages, it's always going to be a high level of disconnect. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're saying.
You
So,
know, this is what I gotta say, right? I don't me, I don't care what you believe in. I really don't. Because what you believe in that has nothing to do with me. And
right,
that's just what it is. But you can be, I don't care what you are, like I said. If you are my people, you my people. That's just what it is. And as long as you're not spewing no hate on me or spewing no hate on my people, then we are good. Because like I said, I'm all about love. Love. Loving that light that I see in the background of you. Just light. I want to see light. I want to see love. I want to feel it.
thank you.
You understand what I'm saying? So
Right,
I just came across some, different religions, things I just don't even believe in at all. Things I know is just not, it's just crazy. But they have been very, very good people, you know, and that's all that matters to me. They just some good folks, and they all in it to win too, you know. And they all into win too, and they want to be successful just like every single one of us want to be successful. They want to see us come out on the top just like everyone, well, most of us want to be on the top, and them other folks where they at. Leave them other folks where they at so we can continue to rise. You know?
Right.
So as long as I meet people like that, that's all that matters to me. But if you want this other, you know, I'm a Christian and my Bible said this and my Bible said that, and you know, and I don't like you because you got on them earrings, so I don't like you because you called yourself a guy, well, I don't like you because you a woman and you think you a god or whatever, you know, because there's some females out there that say that they're gods. Says, you know what I mean? If you don't like someone because they feel like they're in a higher position than what you were taught that you are, then I don't want to deal with you, because that's just too much negativity, and I'm not going to be going back and forth with your dumb ass. So I'm just going to let you stay where you at, and I'm going to keep it moving. That's how I am. Okay. But as long as you're talking about love, unity, and and all that good stuff when it comes to our people, I'm all for it. I'm here for it all day. All day. Just don't tell me you don't like me because I don't believe in what you believe in. And that's it.
Right.
Don't be disrespectful to me.
You so when as a relationship coach, do you how many times do you come across shut up. How many times do you come across uh someone in a relationship, a couple in, you know, dealing with infidelity
All the
and
time.
um and there's a high level of unforgiveness on either one's part?
All
How
the
you doing?
time. I come across that the majority of the time. And it's very difficult
And what do you
trying to coach them through the process of forgiveness, you know, and letting go. Because it
right.
gets to a point that if you both, neither one of you can let go of whatever it is that was done in the past, then maybe it's best for you two to just go separate ways and just be friends if it's possible.
Right.
Because that's just too much drama, and it's too much unnecessary headache and too much stress, you know.
Right.
Seriously, it's too much
Right.
drama, too much drama, too much stress, too much headache, like, you
How
know.
often do you how often do you come across yo, I like you. how how often do you come across people in the relationships where um where you hear different things where a woman may or man rather where one of the people in the relationship is kind of giving credit to the other for transformation, but within that transformation that's coming from the other individual, the person that may have cheated or may have wronged, but there is no transformation coming from the person that feels like they in a higher position because they didn't do what the other did.
Well, that happens not as often, but I get those type of people that come to me, those type of situations.
And what's the advice?
Well, that one person who actually is not transforming in the better way, I actually let them know. You know, I don't necessarily give them advice. I tell them about themselves.
Okay.
That's what I do. I tell them about themselves. I tell them, like, you're wrong. This is what you're
Right.
not doing right. You know, I actually tell them. And then
Okay.
I sit with that person while either I'm on the phone or whether it's in a message or whatever it is. I sit with that person and I walk them through that. Like, what do you think should be done? Because this is not right. You're not right. You know, this person is changing, but you're still the same way because you think that you weren't wrong when you really was wrong. You know, so I put that out there so that they can see it themselves. Like, this is not right. And I asked them to. I'm sorry. Hey, I gotta support. I'm not sure. I'm just reading things, reading comments at the same time as they're coming in. I think they're talking about something else. But but yeah, I just basically let them know that they're not right about whatever it is. And I coach them through that process of developing into a better person, you know? So
How
huh?
how often do you come across people um that kind of try to force their beliefs on on their spouse?
Not often, but it's happened though.
What kind of advice do you give them?
Well, okay, so the last person. All right, so when I normally get these type of people, they're normally like a Christian and a Muslim that are dating each other. Um, yeah, I do get people who are non-believers dating a Christian. I do get those type of couples, but I've more so gotten people who are Muslim and Christian together. And a lot of people think that's not possible, but it's very, very possible, and I do tell them, I try not to give advice like that. I more so give them examples, and I point out the situation. I put it in their face, because when they're talking to their significant other, they don't really necessarily hear them like that unless someone else is telling it to them.
Right.
So I actually put it in their face again, so that they can see what's going on. And then I give them examples and I ask them questions that will cause them to think about what's going on, So in any case, normally with those type of situations, I ask them, like, how do you plan on going forth with this type of situation? And you have two different beliefs. That's the question right there alone. How do you plan on going forth with this? You have two different belief systems. How do you think this is going to work? So they both kind of sit back and they kind of look how you're looking like, how
Oh
are
no.
we going to do this? Like they both actually will look like that, like, and
Oh.
they think about it and they think about it. And then it comes down to the fact that they're not really going to be able to work through this or have a peaceful relationship unless they just don't talk about their beliefs. And that's the only way that they're able to have a peaceful relationship, if they're just not talking about
But
their
what if
beliefs.
what if his beliefs like say a man is say I'm dating someone and they believe in all the theories about the coronavirus and I'm just not one of those people that you care to listen to that shit or whatever. But it's like, oh, you have to do this, and you know what I'm saying? It's based on their fear. Like,
If so, all right, that's a good one. All right, so I haven't had no one come to me with that actually. So I think I
no,
haven't
I'm
had
just
that.
using it as an example. I'm just using it as
Yeah.
an example.
Okay, so I would say this: if you're in a relationship like that, and one person is like scared of one thing, the other person's not even tripping off of it, the other person who's not tripping off of it should actually be more, I guess you would say, more sensitive to the other person's feelings and their fears, and talk to them more and let them know, it's not that bad. You know how that not that bad. Honey, let's talk about this. Let me tell you, let me show you what's going on, and pull out some facts, pull out some documents, show some paperwork. You know what I mean? Get online
Right,
and show them some things so they can read, so they can see, this is really what's happening. This is what's happening.
right,
This is what you're seeing on the news. The news always shows the worst. They
right.
always show the worst. So it's good to do research in situations like that. Do research and let them know, it's
It's not
it's
as
not
bad
that
as it
bad.
is.
It's not that bad, it's not that bad. But if you
Right,
if you feel comfortable, if it makes you happy that we both wear masks outside, I'll do that for you, and let them know, but I am gonna pull my mask down a little bit just to breathe, but we'll be okay. You know, I'll do that for you if it's gonna make you happy, because that's not even that serious. You know what I mean? Like that type of situation on the belief thing. So just tell them, if that makes you happy, I'll put on a mask for you. But this is what's going on. It's not really that serious. This is what's going on.
I
So
mean,
how about with me? With me, I'm gonna give you an example with me. I'm like, I am so before coronavirus. Like I don't like touching nothing in the grocery stores unless it's clean. Okay, this is before coronavirus. Like I like to.
mhm.
I clean down my carts and everything. I clean down doorknobs. I don't even touch doors outside. This is all before this, And my man, I know that sometimes I'll probably be driving him crazy because he'll touch. I'm like, wait, you got to clean that, and I know that at times he'll be like, damn, but he don't say it though, Instead, he'll just go and clean it.
But
And
is it something that you force him to? You know what I'm saying? That's more what it is. It's like, are you forcing your significant other, or how often do you come across people that kind of force a person to believe all of their beliefs? If they like they
Never,
without being submissive?
never. I don't come across people like that. I haven't yet.
Oh, okay.
I haven't yet. Now I've met people. I haven't had those type of people as my clients, I should say. I've met people in those situations, but they weren't my
Okay.
client. You know,
And
and I'm not.
and you just listened, or you didn't
I
say
listen.
anything like.
I listen because they're not my. That's not my business, and that's not my stress at that moment. I just listen though.
Okay.
I listen. I listen. I hear how they're doing it. You know what they're doing and everything, and I don't get involved. Like for example, all right, I get in Lyft rides every now and then, and cabs every now and then, and I be hearing the Indian drivers and stuff going in on their wives.
Right.
I be hearing these things and I just listen like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Because even though they're both Indian, they both follow whatever it is that whatever religion that they're following, but they have other, beliefs outside of that, back on that
Right.
coronavirus stuff. You know what I mean? And I be hearing it. They be on the phone talking to each other and they be kind of arguing and shit. So I be like, I just listen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I listen because I don't be around Indians like that. So it's kind of, different for me to hear these people talking and arguing about Corona. You know what I'm saying? Arguing about
Yeah,
who's
but
getting in what cab and them taking off their clothes when they get home and they don't want them coming through the door with all their clothes on. You know what I'm saying? I be hearing that.
the cultural dilemma is something that you just stay away from.
Yeah, I don't get involved unless they ask me for my opinion, and then I'll say something. Otherwise than that, I don't know. I just be quiet and I just listen because
And then you tell them what their profession is.
yeah, if they ask me, I tell them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if they ask me, I
So it's
tell
never
them.
like it's never been a situation where you like, well, as a relationship coach,
Nope,
I
I don't butt
believe.
into people's
No, I'm just
situations.
saying if they
Nope.
was asking for your opinion and you wouldn't say like I'm a
Oh yeah,
relationship
I do, and
coach
that's how I get
and this is
clients.
actually okay. All
Hmm.
right.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
But otherwise, I don't be butting in people's business. I might be ear hustling though. I'll listen. I'll eavesdrop all day if I hear them, talking and stuff. I'd be interested in all that. I'd be wanting to
What?
know what they got going on.
What?
But I do.
What? where where can I find your book?
It's
Where can
on
people buy your book at?
right now. It's on Amazon.
Yo.
Right now, it's on Amazon. And I also have copies on hand. But yeah, it's on Amazon right now. This just starts with you, as y'all
Okay.
see. It's a guide to relaxation and success. We all need to be relaxed. We all go through these times where we just stress to the max, and we got to find a way to relax. We got to find a way to get ourselves out of that moment. So that's the book for you. And it'll also help you
Okay.
reach your level of success, whatever that success is that you're trying to reach. So, and it's not long. It's not long at all.
Do you have any relationship books out there, or are you working on a relationship book?
Yeah,
Are
well,
you
the shit starts with you is a self relationship book. Yes, that's a self help. That's definitely a relationship book. It talks about relationship with self, relationship with business relationships, relationships with your family, and relationship with your significant other. So it talks about 5 different types of relationships actually.
okay?
Yeah, so that's all in that book right there. I don't have a particular book like that's just for a certain type of relationship. No, my books normally talk about all forms of relationships.
Okay.
My book, Scars, The Storm and After, that right there is centered on actual relationship, like a courtship or romance, so to say. And that's also a self-help book, but it's for those type of relationships.
Right. What
So, and then my book,
what
I have another book called The Good Wife. The Good Wife is it's a urban fiction, but it's a realistic urban fiction. And one of the main characters in my book is a counselor. She's a marriage counselor. So
It's
that
you.
book is a lot of advice for marriages.
It's you. So the main character in your book is you.
I mean, I'm actually on the cover of my book.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how to. Let me see. Maybe I can pull it up. I don't know. Can I share a screen on? I don't know. No, I'm my aunt. This ain't my platform. This is his platform. I forgot. I'm over here trying to share the screen and everything. Like this is my.
That's
So
okay.
I don't have my actual book on me, but yes, the Good Wife. I am one of the people in there. My name is Dahlia in that book. Check me out. Yep. So that's what I got going on. How everyone doing? I see all these comments on here.
Is there anything that you would like to ask me?
Yeah. Where'd you get that shirt from?
This shirt right here.
Yeah.
You can see what it say
Yeah. Protect her.
on the back. It say King.
Protect her king.
Yeah.
To protect her or protect her king. There's a period right after her.
It say protect her, and then on the back it says King.
Well, protect her king. Where'd you get that from?
I needed a shirt one day, and I'm one of those people that you ever saw the movie Boomerang?
Yes, I have.
You remember when the pops came through and he was like, "I'm coordinating." I'm one of those people, so I rushed out my house to go to work, and I needed a shirt that was black. And as soon as my eyes saw this shirt, I said I need that. And the dude was like, "Well, it's $13." I gave him $20, and I just put the shirt on. And it was funny because a week prior to, Knowledge and I was speaking about the young black man that smacked the young lady in the face with a skateboard.
Well, I think I
And I
seen
was
that
like,
a while ago. Yeah.
I'm like, yo, we're not protecting our women. It's hurtful to see, and it's even worse when you have friends that don't say anything. They laugh at it like and
Yeah.
it's not even really funny. It's nothing funny about it. I remember about 6 years ago, I was blood, and
You was what?
I was blood.
Blood?
Yeah,
Blood?
blood.
Oh.
I was a big
Gangbang,
homie.
huh?
I was I was a big homie. It wasn't a gang. It wasn't a gang. It was we was what I thought was family. It was that identity crisis. Um, but I was a big homie, and I had one big homie that was higher than me. That was the person that started it.
Oh, calling. It might be Debo. I'm sorry.
Oh, so I remember somewhere down the line, about a year after all of these things, I was in prison, and his ex-wife I had called her just checking in, and she was on the phone and she was crying, like somebody died. So I'm like, yo, what's wrong? What's going on? And she's like, yo, you know this dude wrote a letter talking about suck his dick, but the way he said it wasn't like intimate. It was more like war. And she's like, he doesn't mean it intimately because we've never had sex. So I'm like, what? I said, oh man. I said, I'm gonna write a letter to him, and I want you to send it to him because I'm in prison. He's not gonna get the letter. And I explained to him like, yo, I'm not for that. I'm not with that or whatever. I disagree with it. And he started either he started a rumor or he made it sound like, based off my letter, that me and ex-wife was sleeping together, but it was based on him being in his own way and couldn't see the fact that even though that's your wife, I'm looking at her like she's my sis because I'm looking at you like you my big bro. So I'm just, I'm just, I'm just correcting what I feel like is wrong. And ever since then, I just be like, oh, it's like I have 5 sisters, I have a mother. I'm all for protecting women. Do I believe that uh certain women deserve certain things that they receive? I believe I'll tell you like this. Eh, I can take a hit from a woman. If you pull out a weapon on me, that's something totally different though. If you know what I'm saying, if you trying to stab me, then it's more than just a restraint because it's like you got to be out of your mind. Something else is going on here or whatever for you to take it this far. So I might not break your, I might not try to break your eye socket, but I'm gonna do everything in my power to protect myself. But I do believe that us as men, whether no matter what you are, our job is to protect our women, protect our sisters, nieces, mothers, aunts. That's just my stand.
A woman shouldn't be putting her hands on no man though. If he ain't put his hands on her, she don't even put her hands on him. That's what I gotta say about that.
Sometimes, well, I'm just saying. Sometimes you can let a person. I had an ex-girlfriend, right? I let her beat me up a few times, right? In the midst of the relationship, and I got 5 sisters, right? I got 2 sisters that's all they with it. They with it. They ready to fight when it's time to fight. They going, right? I never called them at no point when this girl used to put her hands on me,
Mm-hmm.
right? But I always told her like, yo, you only getting away with this because we together. The minute that we break up, if you put your hands on me, I'm gonna knock you out. So it wasn't the fact that she put her hands on me when we broke up that made me actually hit her back. It was the fact that she swung a frying pan at me. I was like, yo, this girl's crazy. I knew she was crazy when she put her hands on me, but she gotta be out of her motherfucking mind to keep playing with me like this. And it's over, like feelings is gone, like nothing, like so. I believe that the more you let a person get away with, the more that they continue to do, and it'll be more unconscious because of the fact that you let them get away with so much.
Yeah, you're supposed to nip that in the butt ASAP as soon as it happens. Like right then and there. Like you're not. That's just not okay. That's just not okay. Control yourself.
Some people can't. We in the era of the highest rating of mental health that you could possibly see in the world right now. So many people have, or it's either that they actually have it, or they playing it as a way to get away with so many different things.
Yep. Yep. That's what it do. That's what it is. I mean, you about to head
But
out.
but I was just outside when we first started.
I seen some bricks behind you.
Yeah. Um. How do you feel about the lack of unity amongst our people?
I feel like it's saddening. That's what I feel. I feel like it's saddening. I feel like it's typical because that's how it's been since way before we was born. And I feel like I know that it needs to change. That's what I know. But I feel saddened over it. It makes me
How,
very sad.
how do we you and I, right? Because we the ones on the show speaking right now. How do you and I create a platform to create change?
I don't know. I've been thinking about that. I really don't know. We don't really have the money for
I've
it
been
though.
saying this for a month, right?
I really don't have the money for it. A lot of this takes money. You know, if you're trying to talk about to reach like millions and all that, like it takes money. Like
I've been saying this for a month, right? $50 a week times 52 is $2,600 for the year. If we could get 10 people, well, 9 people other than myself, or if you was willing to invest, that would be 8 people, right? We can all come up with a strategic plan for us 10 business owners to own our own business and create opportunity for other prospects for the following years to come. 10 of us come up with $2,600 at the end of the year. That's $26,000.
to create what
That's
kind
the
of
start,
opportunities?
huh?
To create what kind of opportunities?
Business opportunities, ownership, the things that's missing within our communities, right?
That's what we're doing over here. Like we do classes and so forth. Yeah, that's something that I actually do.
When I heard you say you had opened up a shop in Massachusetts, I started thinking about my past life when I was a drug dealer. Well, I was a hustler, but I sold drugs. But I used to be in UMass or whatever. I used to be out there in UMass, and I was in Boston. And I, even though it's so racist out there, I think the thing that mainly kind of made me feel connected to certain people out there was this was '07, I believe. So the Boston Celtics had just put together that super team. They had their big three, and it was like, man, that Garnett is something else. And I'm like, yeah, ain't he? To one of these Caucasian dudes, and it just opened up the door for something that I was already accustomed to because I'm from New York. I'm from Harlem. I'm from the Mecca of fashion. They make movies about the drug dealers of the past as a way to keep a certain level um of disconnect, making a young person think that the way out, even though there is no successful drug dealers, but the way out is actually selling drugs, hustling, living that lifestyle, or whatever the case might be. So when I was out there in UMass or whatever, I was kind of misled, caught up in that whole theory, and it was crazy. I used to love being out there. 508 area code. Like,
Hmm.
yeah.
I was
But
raised. I was raised in Boston, but we just came up here from Georgia. I was in Georgia for like over 15 years in Atlanta.
what part of you said Atlanta, Georgia?
Yeah.
I used to love being in Atlanta as well. I played basketball with a lot of the greatest street ball legends in the world. I'm not sure if you're familiar with and one.
Of course I
Um,
am.
okay, excuse my French. I didn't mean to offend you in any kind of way. But the future Malloy, that's like one of my brothers. He's still here, out in the Bronx. He's helping out with different routines for the youth or whatever. His son Jalen Malloy is playing in college. Um, Hot Sauce was a good friend of my friend Mo's. God bless his soul, or whatever. And Hot Sauce is from Atlanta actually.
I know hot stuff.
Um, yeah, white chocolate. It
Mm-hmm.
a lot in my time. I lived a short, long life.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well,
Uh, I saw a lot. I saw a lot for a 33-year-old man.
that might be a good
But
and a bad
I'm
thing.
huh?
So that could be a good and a bad thing.
Experience is the best teacher, so it was a good thing.
Hmm.
Um,
I hear that. That's a great way to look at it.
Reevaluating different decisions I've made now as an adult. You know, just at one point I used to think I was an adult because I was the age, but you know that was just political, society-based standpoint. Now, as I make adult decisions from a more mature standpoint, it's it's way more effective, and I don't have to watch my back to do the things that I'm doing at this particular moment. So I know that it's way more effective.
That's true. Well,
But
bossed
I know
up.
that you gotta go. I
I
can
do
tell that
gotta
you can.
go. I do gotta
Yeah,
go.
yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying.
gotta go. It's
I want
6:40.
you to I want you to give a shout out to everybody that you want to give a shout out to briefly. Um, I want you to let everybody know where they can find your books, and and that's it. And oh, and tell them where they can find you at.
Yeah, I'm not sure even who's watching. I haven't been on social media, like I said, in 4 months on Facebook, that is. And I'm just now getting back on social media like 2.5 weeks ago or something like that, maybe, or 3 weeks ago. So, but I am on Facebook, but I can't get on there right now. But you can find me on Fari X Wisdom on Facebook. Fari X is my Facebook business page, whatever. You can find me right now as we speak on Instagram at Fari X Wisdom and at the Relaxation Shop and Spa. You can get my latest book, The Shit Starts With You, on Amazon or on my website at iamfarix.com. Again, iamfarix.com. You can visit my website, which is the Relaxation Shop and Spa.com. That's our actual business, to see all the services and so forth that we offer here in Massachusetts and Atlanta. So yeah, that's how you can find me, and I hope to hear from everybody soon. I'll be back on my show, The Scoop with Fari X, probably matter of fact on Thanksgiving. That's when I'll be back on there. So I got some things to say about that hell day. So I'll be back on my show on Thanksgiving. So yeah. It was nice being on here. I stopped
It
what
was
I
nice
was
having you
doing.
on here.
Yeah, it was
I
nice.
appreciate you so much.
Thank
And
you. Please make sure y'all check out my YouTube, Fari X.
I knew it was more.
YouTube.com/Fari X. Yes, go to my YouTube. I got all my videos of what I'm doing in my business, in my shop, and all that stuff on there. All my motivational morning messages are on there. All that good stuff like that. Go to my YouTube channel. It's Fari X.
Well, once again, it was fun having you. I appreciate having you. I appreciate you spreading a certain level of wisdom. I hope that people take time to invest their time in um, not only getting the experience but sharing the experience.
I'm gonna have to have you on my show.
You can have me on your show.
Yeah.
I'm always free.
I'll have to have you on my show.
I'm always free. See, one hand wash the other. They both wash the face. I come on your show, and maybe I'll get a different side of you.
Yeah. If you will, I'm also the vice president of programming for a radio station that I'm on every Saturday, C-Joy Network. So it's an AM radio station that streams to 120 something countries. So it'll be great to have you on there too.
Oh, I'm with it.
Yeah.
I'm definitely with it. I enjoy this part of life. The part of life where I'm keeping people from being misled because I was misled.
Yeah. I was too at one point. I was too. Sometimes I still end up being misled, but I find my way. I figure out that someone's on some BS and I come up out of it.
I chose the wrong OGs to idolize, and now that I realize it's like that part of life is over. They don't even get a place in this particular realm. But I'm gonna let you get back to your work or whatever. I just want to shout out every entrepreneur, known or unknown. I want to shout out any past uh past uh people that was on the show and future people that's gonna be on the show. I want to
Yes.
shout out my man Knowledge Born.
Knowledge born.
Um, shout you out, man. Sister Fari X, sharing the wisdom, spreading the knowledge. Um,
And
that's
shout
pretty
out to
much
you too.
it.
Shout out to everybody that was, watching the show. Anyone that has
Oh
something
yeah,
to do with this show today. So
yes. Shout out to everybody that watched the show. I wish that I could have saw the comments because I would have actually either responded to them because I know it was some questions asked, but uh because the show's on YouTube, you can post your comments.
yeah. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for having me on.
Have a good night.
You too. I get up off of here.
Yeah. Now we gonna tell them that in front. We tell them like this, yo. I'm an African. I'm a African. I'm an African. I'm a African. Yeah, y'all like that? So no more. This man's mind is open. I'm an African. I'm a African. I'm an African. I'm a. Let's get back to the gritty.
Motive is best developed by recognizing the common enemy.